How's everyone doing today? Just coming back on here to go over the trades of this week. We took took six trades. And what we're gonna do today, guys, we're just gonna go over the trades for you and for myself. So the first one here is on gold. We had a breakdown here, a double top and the price action. So you can see here, and here's a double top, as well as the wick came up and closed below, which indicates to us that there's a higher probability for the price to keep moving down. As we came down here, I entered the trade. No, actually, the price was here, and I entered on the pullback. And then, price came down, and then hit my take profit. So that was the first trade. Second trade, on US 30. So this was how the trade looked. The price broke down this 1 hour resistance, came down, had a pullback, price came pushing down. Normally when this does happen, indicates that price will continue lower. So when the price came down and then pulled back up a bit, I entered on the pullback, and then price pushed up and then came down, and had my targets here. And so that was a 2-to-1. It was on the 5-minute time frame. So that was that trade. This is more of just a bit of the analysis, so you can see. Here you don't really see it. I can see it because I look at the chart like every day. But on this pullback and push, this is a demand zone, a supply zone. So that is a higher probability that the price actually won't break above this level. So, very confident that we were going to be okay to keep pushing down. And as you can see, the price kept moving down, but I was happy with what I got. Next trade was a win or a profitable trade. Was it? I guess not. It was. Okay. So this trade, I closed 50% out. So how this trade worked was price had a lot of weak bearish momentum, had a pullback, came back down. So for me, this indicated that price was going to continue down. So I did enter on this candle here. The entry was all right. We closed 50% here. I closed 50% of the trade here. I do remember this trade. I don't have it on the 1 minute, but this is on the 5 minute. So when I scroll down to the 1 minute, we did have double bottoms forming as well as engulfing candles. So I just ended up closing, and then price stopped the rest out of the trade at break even. This trade was the loss of the week. I actually took this one out of session, so rarely do that, but unfortunately I did do that this week. The reason this was a good looking setup, you had the price pushing up here, push up again, so it does indicate to me that the price would keep moving bullish. The problem with this trade is actually, if you look on the larger time frames, where we were on this trade is right here. So this was a massive 15-minute resistance, support and resistance. So that's the power. It's always great to enter on smaller time frames, but if you're not aware of what's going on higher time frames, you will get stopped out. So that was the error I made on that trade. Next trade here. So the next trade here is on GJ. So you can see the price was in a downtrend. And then we broke above this high, came back down, and then kept moving up. So to me, and how the market structure works, we are in an uptrend. So we had this double bottom. So you can see the price came down, pushed up. The price came down and made a higher low in the candles. And so that gave me enough confidence to enter, put my stop loss here. That was a 2-to-1. And the last trade here So this was a good trade. I actually exited out of the trade right here. Now, this was a good trade to keep holding because you can see that the price is showing weakness. So we had very strong bearish momentum. Price pushed up, came back down, and I probably have the trade on. I think. Yeah, so this is the trade actually. So I did some more analysis after the market was closed. Is this the same trade? No, it's not actually. It's similar. So this was a good trade to keep holding because I closed the trade out earlier because it was getting a bit later in the day. It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock. So you can see we had consolidation and the break of this consolidation was to the upside, and then we had more continuation up. So once you break up, you can either exit here or here. So I exited around this area here and then closed my trade. Now, because the price is actually showing weakness, what actually ended up happening was the price continued lower and came down to this target here. However, it was 1:30 and it was Friday, so I don't like to hold past a certain time on a Friday because the market does close over the weekend. And if you're holding a trade overnight, there's a fee overnight. But if you're holding a trade over the weekend, you're paying fees for the Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So I'm not willing to hold the trade once the market closes because it's not going to open until Sunday evening. All right, so I'm not willing to make those payments for those 2 days. So, all right, guys, that was my first week of the new year. We'll keep it updated. Like I said, I'm not looking to post every day or every week. I'm really just focusing on the trading. So at most, I will commit to once a month. So let's see if I post next week or if I just post at the end of the month, depending how busy my schedule is. But this is really for me to make sure that I can go back and rewatch my trading progress, because that's, especially for just starting out, that's something that's helped me a lot in these last 3.5 years. Is I've been posting on YouTube pretty much on a weekly or even sometimes a daily basis for the last 3 years. I've privated most of the videos just for myself. However, doing that, see, the thing is, when you do that, you can know you're actually making progress, right? You can see the progress because you can look at how you were talking and analyzing charts before compared to maybe 3 years later. So that's what I would definitely strongly consider for anyone. But anyways, that's the trades. Tune in next time. I hope you enjoy your journey. And yeah, man, keep moving and grooving.